So siapa yang belum subscribe Galeri Kereta, boleh klik button kat bawah subscribe, dan kita jumpa lagi di next episode untuk kita apa lagi proses untuk KA30 ni. Okay, see you, bye bye. Assalamualaikum.
Hi guys, saya Jai and Aqeem, professional drifter, racer dan sim racer. Kalau korang mencari racing simulator, datanglah ke Aqeem. Kita ada Thrustmaster T300 steering, Logitech G29, Magic wheelbase, Super Street racing rig, triple monitor setup dan macam-macam lagi produk. Saya ingin menjemput anda datang ke Aqeem. Nanti saya bagi harga baiknya. Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Afizul. Tapi everybody panggil saya Jai. Saya daripada Aqeem Malaysia.
Nama saya Umar Abdul Aziz, mewakili pihak Adrenaline Impact.
Basically kami di Aqeem adalah supplier ataupun penjual dan pakar dalam bidang racing simulator mampu milik.
Hari ini kita datang buat video untuk cover Aqeem di Reiber Auto kerana diorang dah sponsor event ATCS dekat satu online racing league yang kita orang host setiap hari Jumaat, dan coming soon dah nak final round dah.
So tujuan video hari ini kita berkolaborasi dengan Reiber Auto. Sebenarnya adalah berpunca daripada Aqeem dan Reiber Auto. Kita bersama berpakat untuk organize satu event racing online menggunakan platform Assetto Corsa, menggunakan PC.
Since last year lockdown, kita orang ambil inisiatif untuk cover esports ataupun simulator racing online, di mana banyaklah ada hosted leagues and nak satukan racer-racer dekat online ni.
Aqeem dan Reiber ni sebenarnya sebagai main sponsor lah. Sekarang ni pertandingan sedang berlangsung. Jadi hari ni adalah untuk menghargai kita punya peserta, bagi lagi lebih pengenalan dan description kepada customer apa itu Reiber Auto, apa yang Reiber buat, apa itu Aqeem, apa yang Aqeem buat dan tawarkan.
Dan kita harapkan yang tak lama lagi kita akan kembali ke event luar. Dah lama dah kita tak bau tayar, bau exhaust kat luar tu kan.
Nantikan video penuh yang dah siap nanti di page Reiber, page Aqeem, page Adrenaline Impact dan page Galeri Kereta. So yang tak sabar tu, so nanti lepas ni korang boleh tengok. Memang best. Bukan ni je kolaborasi. Lepas ni kita akan buat lagi macam-macam event online, event yang real. Kalau you guys ada idea, boleh PM kami. Bagi tahu kan, Bang Jai ataupun Reiber Auto buatlah event macam ni ke apa kan, kita boleh consider, kita boleh buat sama-sama.
So pengakhir kata, ribuan terima kasih dekat Aqeem dengan Reiber Auto kerana sudi collaborate untuk event online ni, and hopefully in the future lagi banyak event online dan offline juga. Make sure korang like Facebook Adrenaline Impact untuk update-update motorsport online dan offline yang akan datang. Jangan lupa follow Aqeem dekat Facebook, Reiber Auto dan juga Galeri Kereta.
Dan saya ingin pesan, jangan lupa guys, stay tune di page Aqeem, Reiber Auto, Adrenaline Impact dan Galeri Kereta. Pasti banyak lagi event menarik yang kami akan susun. Sama-sama kita majukan industri otomotif, motorsport dan online racing.
Reiber Auto, whack the corner!
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, for our continuing coverage of the ATCS Championship here on Adrenaline Impact. We do apologize for a slight technical break there. There was a little bit of problems on the other end, so to speak. But we're now back up and running, and we will be running trouble-free, hopefully, till the end of the broadcast. Special thanks once again goes out to Android King, Reiber Racing, and our media partners at Galeri Kereta. So memang agak istimewa juga minggu lepas dengan Umar tadi tu.
Apa tu? Pergi ke Reiber Auto tu? Best lah, kita dapat jumpa Abang Jai, kita dapat tengok apa yang Reiber Auto, servis-servis yang diorang offer. hopefully kita boleh lah lepak-lepak kat sana lagi.
Oh,
Style lah,
yeah.
waiting room dia, ada simulator, boleh main pool.
Sedap juga tu.
Syok lah.
Mungkin kena pergi lepak dekat Android dekat Reiber Auto nanti. Sebab saya pun belum lagi dapat pergi. Jealous juga sebenarnya. So in any case, just like we were saying previously, the championship final is going to be tonight, with 1 point separating our two drivers, Jay Wong and Ayman Aqeem. So very, very close indeed at the top of the championship standings. So realistically, whoever can get ahead of each other is going to be the winner in this titanic battle to the end. So posisi dalam championship tu memang ketat lah, dekat.
Itulah siapa yang buat silap ni antara Ayman dengan J ni, dia akan menentukan siapa yang bawa balik grand prize untuk series ni.
Dan walaupun dua-dua driver boleh dikirakan pro level, tetapi dekat track ni kesilapan tu memang senang sangat nak buat.
Betul.
Yeah. So there you have it. Guia Circuit of Macau, 6.1 kilometers long, 19 corners in all, including the famous Fisherman's Bend, the tightest corner in motorsports, and also our bend, the fastest corner in all of street circuits. So very, very interesting layout out there. A lot of high speed, very, very twisty sections there. You can see there in some of our promotional videos there. Some beautiful, beautiful sights. This mod, absolutely fantastic job done on the track side furniture. The track surface looking very nice indeed, and also the whole general feel. It really does feel like I'm heading back to Macau, bag in hand, ready to turn some spanners. So, of course, a special shout out goes to Android King, one of our sponsors for this event there. For your next sim racing purchase, do head on over to Android King. Umar dapat juga satu tidbit info daripada Jai tadi tu kan, masa pergi dekat Reiber Auto tu. Dia punya tagline,
choice of champions.
Ya, itu dia. So untuk siapa-siapa yang nak jadi champion, kena pergi ke kedai yang the choice of champions.
Betul. Dan Abang Jai Bluebird juga akan tengah set up actually, berpindah ke Sungai Wang. Sungai Wang tingkat 5 tak silap, depan Blaster Cars.
Yeah. So for those of you guys who are really into motorsports, that's going to be a very, very fun location there. He's opening up a new location there in Sungai Wang Plaza in KL, and it'll be on the 5th floor next to Blaster Cars. So I think for our next trip out, mungkin kali ni saya kena ikut jugalah. Kena pergi, kita kena
try Blaster Cars. Ya, tapi kita nak head on to the track. Ini pun dah macam Blaster Cars juga dekat track ni.
Oh yeah, memang. So another special thanks goes out to also Reiber Auto, Whack the Corner. So diorang pun tengah develop suspension, bukan sahaja untuk kereta, dia orang ni famous dengan kereta Continental, tetapi kereta Jepun pun dia memang juga tackle jugalah. So
apa-apa jenis kereta pun orang boleh buat.
Yeah, betul. So full suspension rebuild and retune to try and reduce the body roll and to try and reduce any understeer and oversteer in the chassis of the car. So that's what they're going through here with the brand new model of Civic that's just out, 1.5 turbo kalau silap. So ni mesti kedapat juga nampak dia punya testing rig dengan dia punya alignment system apa semua kan.
Adalah, they really know their suspension stuff lah. Diorang explain satu-satu macam mana nak rebuild, apa yang diorang buat untuk rebuild. Hari tu siap nampak ada Maserati tengah rebuild. So from exotic cars to your daily cars, semua boleh buat kat situ.
Cantik juga tu. And for all your purposes, head on over to Reiber Auto, Whack the Corner.
Whack the Corner.
So now I think pretty soon we're going to be heading off to the track. But before we do that, another shout out for Galeri Kereta. They're now going to do 2 lucky draws. So bukan cabutan petuah sekali je. So as you know, they're going to be giving away this beautiful KE30 Resto Mod car when they hit 1 million subscribers. We now know 2 things. First of all, at 900,000 subscribers, they're going to do a special pre-draw where you're going to win some Galeri Kereta merch. So dia ada chance nak menang Galeri Kereta merchandise dekat 900,000 tu. Dan bila diorang dah sampai 1 juta, diorang akan bagi kereta tu.
Kereta ni kan yang dekat skrin ni?
Yes.
Wah.
So in order for your chance to win this car, all you have to do is buy some merch from the Galeri Kereta store. Get yourself a t-shirt and get yourself these wonderful hats. All the Galeri Kereta merchandise is limited edition, so you can't get this hat, but you can get some pretty special merch to go along with that. And every time you get that, you will be able to get a chance to win this K30. So also, just like Galeri Kereta, we're going to be giving away some merch courtesy of our sponsors at Android King and Reiber Racing. Android King are giving away this wonderful Android King Racing Team t-shirt, very limited edition shirt as well. And Reiber Racing are going to give away a chance for you to compete with your own copy of Assetto Corsa Ultimate Edition. So this is the best version of Assetto Corsa. You can get all of the DLCs together and some improvements as well. So do stay tuned for your chance to win these 2 prizes. And I can reveal rather early on what the question is going to be, and that is, what is the name, the official name of Macau Circuit? It has a very special name. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a G. Good luck and good googling.
So kalau korang nak menang giveaway yang di offer oleh Android King dan Reiber Racing, apakah nama track Macau, track dekat Macau ni?
Dia ada nama lagi satu. So biasanya kita akan panggil this is Macau Circuit, tetapi dia ada nama yang boleh kira official name lah.
Betul. So jangan lupa tag 3 kawan dan like and share live ni.
Yes. So that is it for your chance to win. Answer the question, what is Macau Circuit's official track name? And make sure to tag 3 of your friends and share the sim racing love around for your chance to win, and win big with these 2 prizes. Very, very nice stuff indeed. So now we are about to head on over to the track in a few moments' time. But for now, basically all we could do is just have a quick chat. Yep, there we go. So now kita dah masuk dekat track sekarang. Qualifying session dah mula.
Yep, kita boleh tengok. Oh, betul lah Max cakap. Ayman leading the times at the moment. Ayman in first place, Jay in second place, and Darren in third place.
Yeah, dan dia punya timing tu pun agak dekat. So the times are very, very close right now. Ayman is in fact only 0.3 of a second ahead of Jay Wong in second place. But it is interesting to see that in terms of 1 lap pace so far, with 5 minutes left in the qualifying session and all to play for, Ayman Aqeem is on pole for this race. And that checks out because Ayman did say that he really, really likes this track. It's one of his favorite tracks, especially in a touring car, so he's going to have a lot of fun out here. Jay Wong, a little less experienced. He doesn't quite know where all the quick lines are just yet, but he's a very fast learner as well, and with the championship on the line, he's going to be pushing that car as hard as possible. Remember, Jay Wong is the only driver in a BMW in this race, so it's going to be very interesting to see how the rear-wheel drive BMW does around the famous Macau circuit.
Ya, dengan tengok dekat race kali ni, time diorang pun yang begitu boleh tengok the top 7 all the times are very, very close together.
Yeah, boleh up until the top 5 are below, are in 2:35s and below, which is very close actually to what the lap times were for the Guia touring car race, the WTCC race of Guia in Macau. So it'll be very interesting to see how that goes down around here, but it's very realistic, the lap time so far. 234s, 235s, 236s. The top 7, like Umar said, very, very close. Agak dekat juga dan agak close jugalah. So now we're going to go on board with Ayman Aqeem right now around the famous Fisherman's Bend. The Melco Hairpin, I do apologise, looking at the wrong map here. So this is the Melco Hairpin, the tightest corner in all of motorsports, and this leads on to one of the fastest sections in all of street circuit racing. He is right behind Shukran right now, just having a quick chat with his driver. That's Ayman Aqeem On board on the left hand side and in car on the right hand side there. He's just giving himself some space before he starts his flying lap there, and that's going to be key here at the circuit there. So let's see if he's going to start a lap. I suspect he will be. Yes, he's shifting up, and yes, he's going to commit to that final corner. Let's see how he does on this particular lap. Now we've got the time up on the screen there. The time starts now. Up into 6th gear. This is a very fast series of corners here. This left hand kink is absolutely flat out, and then you're heading off down towards the main drag, as it was, of Macau town here, coming down into the braking zone here. They're going to brake just a little bit. No, he's going to keep it absolutely flat out. That's usually a lift or even a little bit of a brake there, but he's managed to keep that car in 6th gear. Top speed all the way around there. That's over 220 kilometers an hour. He's going to brake after the 100-meter board, beautifully setting the car up through San Francisco Bend and up towards San Francisco Hill. Yes, the original San Francisco, ladies and gentlemen, named before the American town. But now we're climbing up the hill this time, and this is where the track gets really tight and really narrow. You're between 4th and 5th gears, so this is very, very fast indeed. Now braking down to 3rd for this corner here, and it looks like Shukran may have made a bit of a mistake further on the lap here, so he's going to try and look for some more space, and unfortunately that's going to ruin Ayman's attempt at a lap time. Now the reason why he would have stopped there was that there was about 4 kilometers of running where it's incredibly difficult to try and overtake on San Francisco Hill itself. This narrow, twisty section is incredibly difficult to overtake. All you can really do is try and get as close as possible to the car behind you. Wait for your chance after the Melco hairpin. This is a race of two halves. One very high speed, very wide section, and one very narrow section, even narrower than Monaco in some places. So right now we're on board with Shukran, aka SM Hobbies right now. He's the driver that was ahead of Ayman Aqeem right now, and he's not a slow driver by any stretch of the imagination, so you can imagine how quickly Ayman was driving around the track there. Now Shukran having to just crawl the car through Melco hairpin here. Again, a very, very tight section throughout the course here. Now coming out through here, this is basically where the cars begin to build speed. They begin to build that speed coming up through this here hard braking zone before coming down out of the San Francisco Hill section and back onto the Bayfront section there. Very, very fast, long straights, very wide, but with very high speed corners as well. And you can see there Shukran beautifully balancing the car through the final corner there. He did lose a bit of time earlier on there, so it looks like he's going to have to try a little bit harder in order to push that car faster down the road.
Kalau untuk Max track Macau ni, kalau for somebody yang tak pernah pergi, yang tak pernah race dekat Macau ni, senang tak?
Memang susah sebab dekat top section tu, dekat mountain section, walaupun susah untuk potong, tetapi boleh dikirakan section tu dia mungkin ada 2-3 saat beza kalau dia pakai racing line yang salah, kalau bandingkan dengan racing line yang betul. Dan ada setengah racing line yang dia tak obvious. So there you have it. That's going to be the end of the qualifying session for now. We're into overtime at this point, and there's a couple of cars still out there on track, but Ayman, Aqeem and Jay Wong are in the pits. Darren is the fastest driver, still out on track trying to improve his lap time, but Kamal Ali looks like he should be able to improve if he can get the laps done.
So the battle to watch is between Ayman and Jay. The battle to watch is between Ayman and Jay lah kan?
Ya, yeah, betul juga tu. So kita boleh tengok dia punya timing gap tu memang dekat. So bukan saja dekat points gap, championship gap, tetapi dalam race saya rasa ada kemungkinan besar yang kita akan tengok something quite special indeed. So now we're going to have a quick look while the cars are gridding for our chat box. Ooh. So there you go. Let's have a quick look at the chat box there. Reshma Rishi, hello. Hi guys.
Hi.
So we've got quite a few comments there already. Drivers ready and willing to enter that prize there. Of course, Jay's Racing, the lonely driver. That's Jay Wong there. So much traffic. Yeah, that's going to be one of the big things coming into this race there. Boleh dikirakan benda yang agak penting lah dekat track ni ialah dia punya traffic situation. Macam mana nak potong kereta, di mana nak potong kereta.
Walaupun Jay dekat dalam pit lane, dia sempat lagi type komen dekat sini.
Mungkin sebab dia tengah tunggu traffic tu. So there you have it. We've got a couple of the drivers there who love just letting us know on the scene there. So in the chat box below on Adrenaline Impact, if you're on the Adrenaline Impact Facebook page, you'll be able to chat down there. And quite a few of the drivers not involved in the series, as well as a couple of the drivers who are involved in the series, do often leave comments down below there. So do leave your comments down below for your chance to talk to some of the drivers in the championship and really get to know them one-on-one. So dekat dalam social media ni agak unik juga, dia ada audience participation sikit.
Yep. Kalau korang tengah tengok ni dekat page Galeri Kereta atau mana-mana Vertex Esports yang mana yang kita cross post, make sure korang head over to Facebook Adrenaline Impact. So bolehlah kita borak-borak dekat sini.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you tag 3 of your friends, share this stream and answer one simple question: what is the official name of Macau Circuit? You have a chance to win the Android Kings t-shirt and the Reiber Racing's copy of Assetto Corsa Ultimate Edition.
Yep. So kita boleh cakap hari ni yang Ayman mungkin ada advantage yang lebih dekat the slow section.
Yeah, sebab dekat slow section ni dia boleh dikirakan situasi yang agak interesting sebab dia very narrow section. Dia very narrow section there. Of course, for those of you wondering at home, Umar is also in charge of the cameras this evening as well. So he's going to have to disappear off there and just make sure the cameras are all right. But we'll have him back for the rest of the broadcast there. But yeah, just to answer the question there, Ayman's definitely got an advantage, especially at he's definitely got a very big advantage when it comes to actually the back half of the circuit there. Okay, the front half of the circuit is very high speed, but it's also quite a bit easier to try and gain time there. Whoop, there you go. Semua okay dah? Okay. Alright.
Orang sikit.
So yeah, we're a little bit short-staffed this evening, but everything's going smooth as butter. We just have to make sure that the cars are gridding up and everyone is ready to go. They're currently going through the driver briefings and they're gridding up on track right now.
Yep, you can see there on the screen behind us.
Fantastic stuff there, and kita boleh confirm lah, Ayman Aqeem in pole position for the first time this season. For the first time, I think this is the first time that Jay Wong's been beaten over one lap in terms of race pace, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes on. Jay Wong, of course, he's in second position, only 2 tenths of a second behind Ayman Aqeem, so very close race between those two drivers. And Darren Ivan Rejan there in third position. He is the third driver to go into the 234.763, so that's a dark horse in this battle as well. So antara 3 driver tu boleh dikirakan the biggest threat untuk menang.
Betul. And hopefully we get to see the patent pending midfield battle.
Yes, today. Absolutely. So now we're going to have a quick look and see the cars beginning to load up on the grid. So the pending Adrenaline Impact midfield battle. We have a lot of cars in the 235s there as well. So cars are beginning to grid up right now. There's a little bit of we're not too sure what's happening there. Some of the cars are on the grid at the moment, but some of the cars are in the pits, and the timer has in fact started. So we're going to try and see if there's any.
I think Jazz Wong he might have been kicked from the server.
So commiserations. Yeah, commiserations there to Jazz Wong there. I think a couple of the cars have a little bit of lagging, And of course, around a track like this, it's going to be very difficult to see. He's going to try and reconnect.
Yep, hopefully we try and get him back.
Yep, absolutely. But now we're having a look at Darren Ivan-Rajan's car. Of course, the three makes of car in this race. We've got the Honda Civics, as well as the Audis, and of course the one BMW up at the front of the field there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes on. I do believe that some of the drivers have elected to choose different cars for this race. So you've seen a lot of the drivers go through there.
Oh.
And it looks like the race has started, but Ayman Aqeem stuck on the grid right now, and there's another car very slow off the line at the back of the field. So the field has finally gone off, and very, very confusing start right now. Jazz Wong is now currently in the lead of the race, with William Ho in second place and Jasper in third. Eddie is in fourth, Darren's in fifth. Jay is all the way down in sixth position, but Ayman Aqeem is all the way down in 10th place. So a very, very confusing start there. I think there was a few problems with disconnections and the like there. Jay Wong is in the pits, in fact. He's in the pits. He's in the pits right now, and now he's finally able to get out of the track. That's going to be huge for his attempts at trying to win the race. He is all the way down in 13th position. So a remarkable little race start there. I heard that, yes, they are going to restart the race, in fact. Apparently too many connections and disconnections that close to a green flag running means that the cars got off to a little bit of a strange start there. But right now, away they go again. Again, a very messy start, but a little bit cleaner this time around. I'm not too sure what happened. What happened there? Maybe some of the cars haven't quite gotten the green flag signal, but now we are finally away again. Jasper and William there in first and second positions. Eddie Liu in third place. Jazz Wong is fighting with Jay Wong right now, and oh, there's a big accident. That's Jay and Jasper, and that's a huge impact from Jasper there, and a lot of cars sliding around there, and there's more impacts right now, and it's an absolute mess on the run up into Mandarin Corner. This is the hard braking zone here coming into San Francisco Hill, and Jay is now down into 9th place, just ahead of Kamal Ali, behind Shukran. Now he's got a real challenge to try and get himself up towards the front of the field. Ayman Aqeem, he's managed to get away as well. Another slow start there from Ayman. He is up into 5th position at the moment. And yeah, it's a very interesting start right there. Both times we saw cars stalled on the field there, and looks like maybe they just didn't quite get the signal. Some quizzical looks there around the production offices. We're definitely sure the signal came out there. But in any case, William Ho is currently in first place with Eddie Liu in second. Jazz Wong is in third with Hisham in fourth position. Ayman Aqeem is in fifth with... So Ayman Aqeem there in 5th position. Of course, with Ayman Aqeem in 5th position and Jay Wong in 8th place, this would mean that if all the positions stayed the same throughout the course of the 42 minutes left in the race, Ayman would be in with a chance at the title. It doesn't matter where anyone else finishes, as long as those two drivers finish in the points, whoever is ahead of the other will win the championship. That's how close it is right now. Only 1 point separates Ayman Aqeem and Jay Wong. And in this situation, they've got a real fight back on their hands. Ayman Aqeem down in 5th position. Jay Wong down in 8th place. Very, very... Alrighty, so we just got word from the race director, just had a quick chat with him, and they're going to attempt one more restart to the race. Unfortunately, there was some seriously seriously crazy action down there at the bottom of the field there. So they're going to restart the race one more time. Unfortunately, it looked like there was no starting lights at that first restart there. That probably was the reason why all the drivers had a little bit of a mistake there. And again, hold off. For those of you who just joined us right now, we're having another weird incident there. The lights at the circuit don't appear to be working at the moment, so we're going to have a quick gap in proceedings while we try and restart the server in order to try and get our starting lights back. So with that, we're going to restart the servers. And we're going to take a quick break as well, but do be back in a couple of minutes time when we try and restart the race, and hopefully this time we will have starting lights. So join us in just a couple of minutes time for the next race start.
So siapa yang belum subscribe Galeri Kereta, boleh klik button kat bawah subscribe, dan kita jumpa lagi di next episode untuk kita apa lagi proses untuk KA30 ni. Okay, see you, bye bye. Assalamualaikum.
Hi guys, saya Jai and Aqeem, professional drifter, racer dan sim racer. Kalau korang mencari racing simulator, datanglah ke Aqeem. Kita ada Trustmaster T700 steering, Logitech G29, Simagic wheelbase, Super Street racing rig, triple monitor setup dan macam-macam lagi produk. Saya ingin menjemput anda datang ke Aqeem. Nanti saya bagi harga baiknya. Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Afizul. Tapi everybody panggil saya Jai. Saya daripada Aqeem Malaysia.
Nama saya Umar Abdul Aziz, mewakili pihak Adrenaline Impact.
Basically kami di Aqeem adalah supplier ataupun penjual dan pakar dalam bidang racing simulator mampu milik.
Hari ini kita datang buat video untuk cover Aqeem di Reiber Auto kerana diorang dah sponsor event ATCS dekat satu online racing league yang kita orang host setiap hari Jumaat, dan coming soon dah nak final round dah.
So tujuan video hari ini kita berkolaborasi dengan Reiber Auto. Sebenarnya adalah berpunca daripada Aqeem dan Reiber Auto. Kita bersama berpakat untuk organize satu event racing online menggunakan platform Assetto Corsa, menggunakan PC.
Since last year lockdown, kita orang ambil inisiatif untuk cover esports ataupun simulator racing online, di mana banyaklah ada hosted leagues and nak satukan racer-racer dekat online ni.
Aqeem dan Reiber ni sebenarnya sebagai main sponsor lah. Sekarang ni pertandingan sedang berlangsung. Jadi hari ni adalah untuk menghargai kita punya peserta, bagi lagi lebih pengenalan dan description kepada customer apa itu Reiber Auto, apa yang Reiber buat, apa itu Aqeem, apa yang Aqeem buat dan tawarkan.
Dan kita harapkan yang tak lama lagi kita akan kembali ke event luar. Dah lama dah kita tak bau tayar, bau exhaust kat luar tu kan.
Nantikan video penuh yang dah siap nanti di page Reiber, page Aqeem, page Adrenaline Impact dan page Galeri Kereta. So yang tak sabar tu, so nanti lepas ni korang boleh tengok. Memang best. Bukan ni je kolaborasi. Lepas ni kita akan buat lagi macam-macam event online, event yang real. Kalau you guys ada idea, boleh PM kami. Bagi tahu kan, Bang Jai ataupun Reiber Auto buatlah event macam ni ke apa kan, kita boleh consider, kita boleh buat sama-sama.
So pengakhir kata, ribuan terima kasih dekat Aqeem dengan Reiber Auto kerana sudi collaborate untuk event online ni, and hopefully in the future lagi banyak event online dan offline juga. Make sure korang like Facebook Adrenaline Impact untuk update-update motorsport online dan offline yang akan datang. Jangan lupa follow Aqeem dekat Facebook, Reiber Auto dan juga Galeri Kereta.
Dan saya ingin pesan, jangan lupa guys, stay tune di page Aqeem, Reiber Auto, Adrenaline Impact dan Galeri Kereta. Pasti banyak lagi event menarik yang kami akan susun. Sama-sama kita majukan industri otomotif, motorsport dan online racing.
Reiber Auto, whack the corner!
Hey.
And we're back with a restart of the server. So we're going to have a quick quali session there. It's going to be a one-lap shootout, unfortunately. We did have a small issue with the server on the other end there, so we managed to get that up and running, and we should be good to go. This time with fully functioning lights, we hope. Keep your fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a very important race between Jay Wong and Ayman Aqeem. Definitely going to be a challenging race for all the drivers out there right now. Definitely the stress levels are going to be rising, and it's going to be very tricky to see how these things are going to work out. So pretty much a one-lap shootout for Jay Wong and co. And like I said, there's only 1 point between Jay Wong and Ayman Aqeem right now as they head off for a attempt to qualify for the grid for the last time in the ATCS Season 1. Coming down the back straight there and coming into the braking zone there. It looks like Jay Wong's going to give himself a little bit of space. Hopefully he might be able to get some space there to get a flying lap. So right now that's Jay Wong who's going to start his lap time. 53 seconds left on the clock there. They've been given 5 minutes to try and get themselves a qualifying lap time, and we're going to go straight into the race.
So diorang semua akan dapat satu lap je Max untuk
ni? Diorang akan ada satu lap je sebab kesebaban yang ada kesuntikan masa pada masa sekarang ni. So kita akan cuba dapatkan satu qualifying lap untuk dapatkan grid, dan kita akan cuba start balik race.
So apologies dekat driver ada isu technical sikit. Diorang dah penat-penat buat qualifying tadi, tapi hopefully diorang sempat set masa untuk this qualifying session.
So hopefully all the drivers will be able to get a qualifying lap in. We do apologize for the situation there. Just it looks like Macau circuit always giving up surprises, even in the simulator. Macau circuit just giving us that little bit of a heart attack moment there. So now we're into overtime, but that should be okay because most of the drivers should have their one attempt at a lap there, and we will see those times begin to come in as soon as we can see them on the left hand side there. As soon as a driver crosses the start finish line, we'll be able to see what their lap times are. We're watching Jay Wong there skillfully drifting the BMW over the top of the mountain and coming down towards the famous Melco hairpin just in 4 or 5 corners time. I believe we're on board with him right now, going through this square right-hander and coming up towards a very, very tricky braking zone in a couple of apexes time. Hard on the brakes here. It looks very deceptive, but you do have to brake a lot harder than you think. And now coming up to the famous Melco hairpin. Very difficult approach, and you have to use all of the track there just to try and get the cars around the corner. So Melco hairpin, one of the tightest, if not the tightest corners in all of circuit racing. And now we're coming up to one of the fastest sections in all of circuit racing. The run down the Bayfront, the Bayshore route there, and coming up towards the start-finish line. We'll start to see the lap times trickle in. Let's see where our drivers are going to hang their helmet on when it comes to grid positions there. And now with cars beginning to cross the line there, looks like Eddie Liu is the first to come across the line there, 2:37s. Jay Wong does a 2:34.323. He's improved his lap time there. 2:40 by Muhammad Hafiz there, managing to get himself up into the top of the field there. We will get the lap times hopefully as the grid as soon as we start the session.
Yeah, so I can see here we have Jay Wong in P1, Darren Ivan Rejan in P2, and Ayman Aqeem in P3. So maybe Ayman had trouble with traffic on his only one lap, but we'll see if we can get this race started.
Hopefully we'll be able to get this race started indeed. So the two championship contenders are back at the front of the field, but Ayman Aqeem does drop down one position, so he's going to have to try and get a really good start behind Jay Wong there as he comes up towards the first corner. Darren Ivan Rejan, the real dark horse when it comes to this racetrack. He's been quick all weekend, and it looks like he might have a good chance of actually taking the win this time around. And with a championship on the line, it remains to be seen if the two championship contenders are going to fight Darren all the way to the finish of the race, or if they're going to try and take it easy and try and just battle amongst themselves for the championship. But a real nerve-wracking start here. We've had 3 starts so far. Hopefully this one will be it when it comes to getting the final round of the Asian Touring Car Series up and running. As you can see there, the cars will head into the pits where they will regroup, and there'll be a 60-second gap between the end of overtime and the start of the race. Incidentally, this was the issue before, for those of you wondering. The countdown timer between the cooldown period between qualifying and the race, for whatever reason, the server was set to 0, which unfortunately gave everything a bit of a headache. But now we're going to head off into the race, and yes, we do in fact have a countdown. So now there's going to be a cooldown period before the start of gridding procedures. This is normally where we would be chatting to you on air, but we've got everyone, all hands on deck right now, looking through all the data and making sure that the race is going to start once and for all this time here at ATCS. But it'll be interesting to see how the race goes on. So the overtime period is coming towards a close, and we'll be heading into the grid very, very shortly. 57 seconds left on the cooldown period. This is to give the competitors enough time to try and get themselves on the grid, fueled up, tired up, and ready to go. And this time we have all the drivers on the grid. And we have the lights appear to be working. We haven't got the timer starting right now, so hopefully we will be able to go in a few moments time. We'll be ready to race. 30 seconds left on the clock. All the drivers should be ready and waiting to go. We have a grid very similar to the full-length practice session, luckily, so it'll be interesting to see how this race goes on. Keep your eye out on Darren in second position. Keep your eye out on Ayman, Aqeem.
I think our lights are good.
Indeed it is. So 10-second board is out, and as the 6 lights go on, as they go out, it will be go, go, go. Finally, for the final round of the ATCS Championship, coming down to first corner, and Wong has a fantastic start going through the corners there. He has managed to gap the field quite effectively there. Darren has a real handful behind him. Cars going 2 wide, 3 wide behind him. He's trying to defend from the entirety of the field, but look at that, he's being overtaken from the left and the right at the same time, coming down to the second turn here. Very, very careful through there, and oh, there's an accident further back the field. It looks like it's Ayman. It's Ayman Aqeem. Ayman Aqeem, our championship contender. He has been pitched into a spin, and he's now down into 10th position. That is absolutely heartbreaking for him. He's got 45 minutes to try and get himself back up through the field, but it's going to be a Herculean effort right now. Jay's in first place, and Ayman is up into 10th position right now. So it's going to be all go, go, go for Ayman Aqeem as he goes and sides his way through the field. He has the ability, but will he have the time to try and overtake? Now remember, this section here, the San Francisco Hill, is very, very difficult to try and overtake on. very narrow in places with very, very strange racing lines indeed. Ayman Aqeem right now, he is on our driver cam at the moment, and you can see the distraught. He's definitely not happy right now with all of the start line kerfuffles and the incident at turn 2. He's definitely not a happy camper right now, but he does have the talent to try and get himself up through the field there. He's now down into 9th place, but we can see he is all over the back of Muhammad Hafiz right now, and he will be able to find his way through there pretty soon. Jasper Wong, meanwhile, he's in 5th place and pushing the car, similar Honda Civic of Eddie Liu, in 4th position right now. Very, very hard drivers, the both of them. This looks like it's going to be a classic adrenaline impact midfield battle, patent pending in multiple countries. So right now they're going to be fighting their way through the hill section and into the Melco hairpin. There is no way you can overtake through the Melco hairpin. It's pretty much single file, and in fact in the real life Macau Grand Prix there is a permanent yellow flag on that course, in fact. But in the sim race I'm pretty sure nobody's going to go for that overtaking maneuver anyways. Kamal Ali, meanwhile, he's in 6th position, and you can see he's definitely showing the strains of this race, but he's going very quickly indeed. But there's some slight problems with his car. Perhaps he was picked up in that little kerfuffle. 3 wide going to turn 2 here at Macau. Some pretty dicey stuff at the start of the lap there, but he's now back up and running, and he's pushing hard to try and catch that gap up between himself and the car ahead, which is Jasper Wong. So Jasper right now, he's only 0.2 of a second behind Eddie Liu, and it looks like he's going to try and make an overtaking maneuver going into turn 2, but it looks like he has decided that discretion is the better part of valor, and he's going to give that position up. Ooh, what a start to the race. When we finally did get the race going, it was absolute drama. Oi, memang susah juga kan, Umar?
Itulah, dekat bahagian straight ni, Max, kereta mana top speed dia yang paling best antara 3 ni, paling laju?
Beza ni hanya dalam 5km. So agak dekat. Dia boleh dikirakan lagi penting braking selepas top speed zone tu. Tetapi kalau tak silap Honda yang paling top.
Sebab saya ingat hari tu J ada mention yang BM antara yang paling slow top speed dia actually. The slowest.
So itu dia memang bagi dia benda yang paling penting ialah untuk stay di hadapan di tempat yang pertama, sebab bila dia masuk dekat high speed section tu dia terpaksa defend. Walau bagaimanapun, Darren Ivan Rejan sekarang di tempat yang kedua, dia berada kalau tak silap di Honda Civic, dan kita boleh nampak berapa dekat dia ada dengan Jay Wong pada masa sekarang ni. So Darren Ivan Rejan and Jay Wong nose to tail coming through the hill section here. Jay is able to put a bit of a gap between himself and the car in second position, but it's still very, very dicey going through this section here. Only half a second so far, but he has had a smaller gap than that, and just like Umar was saying, Umar mentioned to Jay there that the top speed of the BMW is in fact the slowest, although by only a few kilometers, but that makes a difference in touring car racing. So boleh dikirakan situasi yang agak rumit juga. Ayman Aqeem is now up into 6th position. He has managed to get 2 drivers behind him at the start of the race, and he's got plenty of time to actually try and get past the other drivers. Will he be able to make a last to first comeback? Let's find out. But right now he's a man on a mission, trying to drive down through that high speed section there. Ayman Aqeem in 6th position, now chasing after Eddie Liu.
Itulah, so far nampak Ayman memang lap time dia nak compare dengan the back half of the field, rasanya dekat tempat banyak juga tempat nak overtake dekat Macau ni. So maybe dia ada peluang untuk kejar J dekat Macau ni.
So Darren Ivan Rejan makes it 2:36, but there's a car coming into the pits right now, and it looks like that's Eddie Liu. Eddie Liu may have gotten a penalty there, so he's going to have to go through that pit either for damage or for penalty. It looks like it's a penalty, in fact, and he's going to drive straight through that pit and serve that penalty. He's now down into 8th position, and that's brought Ayman Aqeem up into 5th place, and he's only 2.3 seconds behind Jasper Wong. That could be done. That's doable around here, and it could possibly be done within 1 or 2 laps at the pace that Ayman Aqeem is driving at. Remember, this is one of Ayman's most favorite racetracks, and he is also devastatingly quick around here. He was in fact quicker than Jay for several sessions there earlier in the day. In the original qualifying session, in fact, he was on pole position. Unfortunately, due to the server errors, we had to rerun the whole race, and he qualified just a little bit further behind, trying to overtake Darren along with William Ho there. He was doing quite well for himself in third position. Unfortunately, they just got tangled there, and it was a pretty big accident at the just past turn 2 there, the famous kink after turn 2, where we've seen many a race car end up in the barriers. But right now Ayman Aqeem is up into 5th place, and we can see he was 2.3 seconds at the start of the San Francisco Hill section, and now it's down to 2.1 seconds. This could be perhaps not in 1 or 2 laps, but in 2 or 3 laps we'll see those two drivers swap positions, I am sure. Ayman Aqeem out on a challenge.
Betul, dengan race yang berbaki 37 minit lagi, kalau Ayman kekal konsisten, dia dapat jaga nerve, InsyaAllah dia boleh mengejar balik ke bahagian hadapan race ni.
Ya, dengan pace yang dia tengah drive sekarang ni, kalau dia ada dekat depan tu memang tak boleh dikejar lah. Tetapi betul, sekarang sebab dia ada insentif untuk push kereta, push to the limit, kita dapat saksikan apa specialist seperti Ayman Aqeem boleh buat dekat track macam Macau ni. So memang agak interesting juga. Harap-harap dia dapat juga catch tempat ketiga ataupun tempat kedua, dan kita dapat jumpa dia di podium. Tapi agak interesting juga.
Kalau kita tengok ni, maybe Ayman punya kereta possibly ada damage sikit mungkin tangle lap 1 tadi bagi damage juga ke kereta dia.
Ya, so tangle tu agak besar, tetapi kita boleh nampak the steering angle tu agak ekstrim. Itu maksudnya kalau kita tengok balik dalam cockpit, itulah petanda yang ada steering damage sikit. Tak seteruk apa yang kita nampak dalam server, tetapi adalah sedikit towing ataupun alignment damage. Ada kemungkinan besar yang dia perlu bawa kereta tu balik ke Reiber Auto untuk string alignment.
Betul, cabaran yang sangat besar tu.
Yeah.
Dia ada damage kat kereta dia ni.
Hashtag sponsor plug. Now Darren Ivan Rajan, he is in a car that has been strong aligned by Reiber Auto, and he's up there in 3rd place, 0.8 seconds behind William Ho. Now William Ho has had a fantastic start. He was well past the top 3 there at the start of the race, but he's managed to really carve his way through the field there, and definitely a driver that's quicker in the races than he is in qualifying session, and he's proving his racecraft right now. But Darren is very quick as well, and he's using every single inch of the track. As you can see there, he's even clipping some of the barriers. Ooh, that's a big hit from Darren Ivan Rajan. I'm not too sure if that car will actually take any more of that kind of damage going through the corners there. He's going to really have to perhaps slow the car down a little bit there, but regardless, it looks like William is actually beginning to pull away. Could we see a new race winner? Could we see William Ho challenging for the lead with Jay Wong? Now remember, Jay Wong doesn't have perhaps the best car around here, because traction is also a key important factor in driving around Macau, and the BMW on street circuits like this can be a little bit tail happy when it comes to getting the power down to the ground. But having said all that, it looks like, oh no, Williams crashed. He's run wide right ahead of us, we can see there, and now he's managed to get his way through, and Ayman Aqeem gains one more position there. So William Ho ran just a little bit wide at the Melco hairpin there. You've got to be so accurate. It looks like you're going very slowly through there, but trust me, in a road car you'd have to be literally crawling around in order to try and make that U-turn. So William there just missing the apex by a couple of feet, and that put him into the barrier. Real shame. He was definitely going quite well at that point there. He's trying to get the car around the bend, and he's finally managed to do it. He had to wait for all the cars to go past him because there was a little bit of a gap in the wall there, so that all the drivers can actually get around William Ho. Unfortunately, he had to sit there like a sitting duck and get all the drivers past them. Ayman Aqeem is now in the pits. Ayman Aqeem is in the pits there. He did briefly go up into 4th position, but now Kamal Ali takes 4th place. Ayman Aqeem back down to 5th position. It looks to me like it was a penalty for Ayman Aqeem there. So very, very dramatic stuff indeed in the battle for the championship. Ayman now up into 5th position right now in the Honda, blasting through the corners there. He's got he does have one good thing going for him right now. He's not in any battles at the moment. There is a 12-second gap between himself and Kamal Ali, but if he's got the pace, 33 minutes, it's still doable for him to try and catch up to Kamal Ali, to Jasper Wong, and to Darren Ivan Rajan, and that battle up at the front of the field. Jasper Wong, meanwhile, he is the next driver to try and challenge Darren. We saw William Ho there. He was pushing hard to try and catch this man here, Darren Ivan Rajan. But unfortunately he fell by the wayside there, and it looks like Kamal Ali is going to be the next Jasper Wong and Kamal Ali is going to be the next driver to try and challenge him. So Jasper Wong right behind Darren right now and getting closer and closer as we go. Nampaknya semakin lama semakin dekat Jasper dengan Darren.
Betul, nampak race ni race yang panjang. So especially dekat sektor yang tight ni, memang diorang kena jaga fender diorang supaya tak ada long lasting damage yang boleh affect race time dia.
Ya, dan bukan saja race time tetapi dia punya alignment suspension tu, sebab dekat track ni boleh dikirakan paling penting ialah suspension yang kukuh. So itu dia, sekarang kita boleh nampak yang Jasper dengan Darren Wong. Jasper Wong and Darren Ivan Rajan. I do apologize, I'm mixing myself up here big time there. And it looks like Darren's in 2nd place, Jasper is in 3rd position. Adakah kita akan menampak overtaking maneuver sekejap lagi ni?
Possibly, especially dekat long section macam ni.
Jom kita saksikan masuk braking zone. Agak penting juga. Darren terpaksa masuk ke dalam pit.
So team hari ni fender bender and senang betul nak dapat penalty
Ya, memang senang. So kalau dia ada kesentuhan 2 kali dekat barrier tu pun boleh jadi penalty, atau 3 kali. 3 kali sentuh barrier dia akan masuk penalty. Dia kira impact ataupun cut penalty lah. So there you have it. So a lot of drivers getting penalties right now, and that's actually giving a lot of an advantage to some of the other drivers. Ayman Aqeem is now past Darren Ivan right now. He's gone up into 4th place, and in fact Darren is in the pits for a fair long time. I believe he may in fact have some steering damage by how long he's been in the pits there. But he's now down into 6th place, and now Kamal Ali and Jasper Wong are battling for 2nd place, trying to catch up with Jay Wong. But Jay is now beginning finally to start pulling out a gap. Right now it's Jay Wong in the BMW in 1st place, Jasper Wong in the Honda, I believe, in 2nd position, and Kamal Ali in the Audi RS3 in 3rd place. 3 different makes of car, 3 very different driving styles, all in the top 3.
Ya, dengan berbaki 30 minit lagi kita J masih di hadapan, Jasper di tangga kedua, dan Kamal Ali daripada belakang pelan-pelan kayuh tahu-tahu ada nombor 3 dah.
Ya, kita boleh nampak sebenarnya agak impresif juga Kamal Ali. Dia dapat dengan racecraft sahaja dia dapat memotong dan untuk mengelak situasi yang berjadi di depan dia. So he's managed to avoid all of the incidents. He's managed to race his way up through the field, and now he's in a podium position in 3rd place. They're just behind Jasper Wong and Jay Wong, which I'm fairly certain those two aren't related, if you guys are wondering back home. But Jay there in 1st place, he's finally broken the double-digit barrier in terms of gap. Now it's 10 seconds between himself and Jasper Wong, and it's going to be very difficult to beat that man out in front right now. But there's a few drivers further behind that's definitely going to try and do that. Darren Ivan Rejan, we saw how quick he was, but with all of those bumps on the Armco there, he had to go into the pits, either to repair or to serve a penalty. We're not too sure. Hopefully we'll be able to speak to him at the end of the race there. But now he's going to chase after Ayman Aqeem right now. But of course he's also got Muhammad Hafiz behind him in 6th place, and very close behind in fact. And it looks like Muhammad Hafiz has actually managed to get quite a bit of speed in the car right now. Pushing very hard through the bends there. It looks like Darren is beginning to pull a little bit of a gap there, but it looks like this battle might not be over just yet. Meanwhile, we're going to have a quick look at Ayman Aqeem going through the high-speed section here on the way to Mandarin Bend, underneath the flyover and into this braking zone here, where rather infamously Sofia Flores managed to have that huge accident into the viewing gallery for the photographers. They moved that for this race, as you can see. But you can also see here, as we're putting the foot down, you can see the wheel is actually really far off to the left now. Ayman has quite a bit of damage to the steering of the car, so it's quite amazing that he's managed to keep that car up in 4th place and lapping quite quickly. But it's going to be a real challenge now for Ayman to try and get himself further up the field. But of course, he's not going to give up. He's going to try and drive that car all the way to the end of the race, and in order to make sure that if anything happens to Jay, he'll be in a position to try and win the championship. Remember, there's only 1 point between Jay Wong and Ayman Aqeem right now at the top of the standings there. And with Jay Wong leading the race, Ayman Aqeem is in 4th position. He was all the way down 13th at the start of the race there, but now he's managed to bring himself well up the field, and who knows, we might be able to see some last minute heroics here. But Ayman Aqeem, definitely driver of the day. You can see that so many things have gone wrong for him, yet he's still out there and he's still chasing that podium position. What a drive.
Betul, he has my vote wherever he finishes in this race. Dia memang dah memenangi driver of the day. Daripada belakang, walaupun ada masalah, walaupun berbeza 1 point je dalam championship ni, tapi dia masih clawing himself back.
Yeah, that's it. That's the true spirit of motorsports there. Never give up. So there you have it, Ayman Aqeem. Fantastic drive, and it's only getting better there. He's dropped that gap between himself and Kamal Ali from 10 seconds down to 9 seconds. So it's a single-digit gap between Ayman and Kamal right now, and 26 seconds, there's still a chance that he might get himself up into the podium positions. But Kamal Ali there, he's having a bit of a lonely race at the moment. A fairly empty track behind him, a fairly empty track in front of him, but that could be ideal. It's giving us a bit of a grin as he's driving around the track there. Of course, racing drivers love to have an empty track ahead of him, because that means he can just concentrate, focus and hot lap and push that car as hard as possible. Believe it or not, it's actually easier to catch someone who's 5 seconds ahead if there's no cars between the two of you than when there is some cars between the two of you, especially through a tight and twisty circuit like this. Of course, it would be nice to have a drafting partner, but because these cars are gearing limited, they can't really use a drafting partner around the track like this very well. So it's going to be all down to Kamal Ali and his ability to throw that Audi around the track there, and he looks like he's really enjoying that Audi. Agak best juga pada kali ni kita boleh nampak Kamal Ali tu bersenyum sedikit. Kalau kita tengok di round minggu lepas tu dia ada ternampak keliru sikit, tetapi itulah, kali ni
mungkin daripada round 1 tahap serius tu maksimum, and then race by race tu makin selesa, makin tenang, walaupun track ni tak berapa nak tenang.
Ya, tetapi yang penting tu dia ada enjoyment, dia ada satisfaction sikit.
Betul. Daripada awal tu memang saya punya driver to watch lah, Kamal Ali.
Ya, dan pastinya kalau ada apa-apa kesilapan, kalau kita tak ada kesilapan 1-2 tu dekat round 1, round 2, ada kemungkinan besar yang Kamal Ali boleh dikirakan antara championship contender. Harap-harap kita boleh nampak dia dekat series yang hadapan untuk menjadi championship contender untuk perlumbaan di Adrenaline Impact. So right now we are looking at some of the battles further back behind the field there, and Hisham Ahmad is throwing that Civic around in 12th place. Beautiful sounding car there. He's trying to run away from the similar yellow example behind him. We're going on board. Coming into the braking zone then, going around the Mandarin Bend and up through the San Francisco Hill sector. William Ho has just made a fastest lap, 2:35.537. He's not giving up on the race, and neither is anyone else here. So Hisham Ahmad definitely cool, calm and collected as we're driving through there. An interesting view. We're not only able to see the wheel, but we can also see his setup a little bit further there. Nice little keyboard around, and also that beautiful little sim hub driven dash display unit. For all of you guys who are wondering where to get all this cool stuff, do head on down to Android King, who has got a fantastic range of products there, including some of the products that you see here. So for those of you who are wondering where to get all this stuff, Android King soon to be open in Sungai Way. But right now we're looking at Hisham Ahmad there, always cool, always calm, always collected, and you can see he's definitely a bit of a front wheel drive exponent now. This going through the weekend, he's able to flick the car into the corner quite nicely and actually drive the car out of the corner very, very well indeed. It's a very hard track, especially if you haven't been here before. In order to try and master a front wheel drive car around this track, he's doing very, very admirably indeed.
Dan kita boleh tengok dekat skrin Muhammad Hafiz maybe tengah serve penalty, maybe drive through ni.
Ya, nampaknya seperti drive through lah kot, sebab Muhammad Hafiz pun tadi push agak ekstrim dan mungkin dia ada tersentuh barrier tu di satu dua tempat. Dekat track ni memang senang untuk dapat penalty, sebab bila kita sentuh barrier walaupun sikit pun dia akan trigger impact ataupun collision warning.
So maybe if driver tu tak berapa laju tapi safe and consistent, dia still boleh dapat placing yang baik dekat grid ni.
Ya, betul. Macam dalam community sim race ini selalu cakap, kadang kita tak payah push laju-laju, kadang kita terpaksa kutip tayar lah. All of you guys down there would from the sim racing scene here would know that famous phrase. Basically, around a track like this, it's not as important to be as fast as humanly possible, but it is important to have a very good consistent speed and to just avoid any incidents. And we can see there with Kamal Ali, he's managed to get himself up into third position. He was a little bit further back in the field. He didn't start the race all too well, but by the time the first lap was finished, he began to climb up through the leaderboard there. And like we were saying, fantastic drive so far from Kamal Ali there. And he is dropping a little bit of time there. Ayman is starting to gain a little bit of time behind him, but Kamal Ali is also catching up to Jasper Wong up ahead. So the battle, as you can see there, Ayman Aqeem can now see the cars up ahead, and you know how important that is psychologically. When you're just catching the cars with empty track up ahead, it's very difficult to try and focus. Oh, Jasper Wong's in the pits. And that means Kamal Ali is going to go up into second place, and Ayman Aqeem is going to pass Jasper in the pits. Ayman Aqeem is now in the podium positions from last to first. Will we see the dream come through there for Ayman Aqeem there? He's chasing down after Kamal Ali there. There's 5.7 seconds between those two drivers there. And you can see he is still driving that car absolutely flat out. Deranged steering and all. Agak merisaukan kalau kita tengok steering, the angle dia agak ekstrim. Betul. Tetapi dia still push.
Terpinga-pinga kita tengok dia. Macam mana dia boleh maneuver kereta ni dengan baik. Efek banyak ke Max kalau dalam Assetto Corsa ni, kalau steering angle dah macam ni?
Ya, betul. Ada juga efek yang agak tinggi sebab damage sekarang on dekat 100% lebih kurang. So we're going to see him out on the track right now. Of course, the visual steering is a little bit off, but yes, it is actually that far out. Ayman Aqeem is holding the wheel at literally 20-30 degrees off center just to try and keep the car going in a straight line there, but no panicking. He's still driving nice and calmly and collectedly. He's adjusted his driving style rather admirably. In fact, he's actually moved his hands around in order to compensate. So when you see him going in a straight line, he has his hands where it would normally be when the steering wheel was still all nice and straight. Now that it's all offline, all off kilter, he's actually able to hold on to that wheel as if he was still driving normally. So very, very interesting. A mark of champion there from Ayman Aqeem to be able to adjust to his conditions and keep that car on the track. Agak menakjubkan juga ya.
Betul. Dan satu benda kita nak highlight ni, every time kita tengok Ayman Aqeem dekat driver cam, memang smooth betul lah. Smooth like butter lah.
Ya. Itu pun boleh dikirakan salah satu daripada advantage Ayman ada. Dia smooth dan dia ada mental capacity yang spare. Dia ada spare mental capacity tu agak penting jugalah untuk battle untuk championship. Tapi kita tengok dekat straight ni, memang banyak angle juga dekat steering wheel. So
betul. Tapi itulah, mungkin kereta dia agak damage. So kalau kita tengok dekat lap time ni, best lap dia 2.35. Dalam time quali tak silap dia dapat buat 2.34 kan.
Yeah. So there you have it, Ayman Aqeem there. Absolutely admirable job trying to pound his way around the circuit there with the wheel at literally 20 to 30 degrees off center. Deeply a very, very fantastic drive there from Ayman Aqeem. Both Ayman and Jay doing admirably out there right now. But Jay Wong, as they say in motor racing, sometimes you just need a little bit of luck, and Jay Wong has that at the moment. Hopefully I'm not going to jinx it, knock on wood, but he is in first place with 18 seconds between himself and Kamal Ali in second place. So if everything goes to plan, he's going to be crossing all of his fingers and all of his toes. He's going to run home the winner of this race. And of course, at the back of his mind, he can't help but think of the championship positions there. So now there you can see him. Meanwhile, William Ho, he was quite far up the leaderboard there, but a couple of penalties and a incident at the Melco hairpin means that he's down in 8th position right now. But he is catching up to SM Hobbies, aka Shukran, up ahead there, getting very close to Shukran. In fact, this could be an overtaking opportunity for William Ho there. But first they've got to... Oh, that's a big impact there from Shukran. Big impact from Shukran there. And that is going to damage the car quite a bit. But William manages to get himself up into 7th position. Rasa itu pressure ataupun kesilapan biasa?
Mungkin kedua-duanya sekali. Maybe Shukran nampak William Ho pun sebelum race sebelum ni pun agak laju dan agak ada pace. So maybe dia lose focus kat kereta belakang, lupa untuk fokus dekat track. Dan itulah
dekat
gagal
track,
kerinding.
Dekat track ni kita kena ada dua mata lah, boleh kira. Dia kena fokus first foremost dekat track ke hadapan. Tapi dua so itu dia William Ho dapat juga masuk ke dalam tempat yang ke-7. Shukran terpaksa jatuh ke tempat yang ke-8, tetapi nampaknya dia masih boleh continue dan dia masih berjalan di dalam perlumbaan pada masa ni. Jasper Wong, ada satu insiden yang terbabit Jasper Wong tadi tu. Apa terjadi tu? Ada kemungkinan besar yang dia terspin dekat Melco hairpin tadi. So it looks like a bit of a spin there for Jasper Wong. We saw his name light up in red. If you see the driver's name light up in red, you know the car's gone off track or has had a small impact or incident there. But it looks like Jasper's doing A-OK right now. But it looks like Ayman Aqeem's having to go into the pits. Ayman Aqeem's going to the pits there. What's he going to do? Is he going to box or is he going to serve a penalty? It looks like he's serving a penalty there. Indeed he is. So Ayman Aqeem perhaps just brushing the barriers a little bit too much there, but he's still in 3rd position there. And he's got a little buddy to help him try and tow his way down the field there. But Jasper Wong is now right behind him. So the battle of the Civics further down the field there has just gotten a lot more complicated. Jasper Wong is less than a second away from Ayman Aqeem, and it's going to be very challenging to see how this is going to play out. Right now Jasper is right behind him, and let's see if he can actually try and catch up with Ayman Aqeem at the moment here. It looks like Jasper has managed to bring that gap down. It was 1.2 seconds. Now it is down to 0.8 seconds just in the short kilometer or so of this lap. 11 laps have gone in this race, 14 minutes to go. I can foresee this going to a 16 or a 17 lap race around Guia Circuit Macau. Remember, it's a 6.1 kilometer circuit, so it's a lot longer than most Formula 1 tracks, in fact. as they pound around the circuit here. You've got to be super careful and super focused as they go, especially around the top of the mountain here. Very tricky stuff indeed. But Ayman Aqeem still in third position, and you can bet that he's going to try and push that gap up just a little bit more. 1.5 seconds in fact between Ayman and Jasper. It looks to me that Ayman, with his damaged steering and everything, is actually going faster than Jasper Wong through the twisty sections of this track. That is unbelievable car control considering the amount of damage that car's had.
Ya, mungkin dengan experience dan apa ni track, one of his favourite tracks
Yeah.
Ya, so mungkin dengan experience dia walaupun kereta dia condition yang sebegitu, dia still boleh maintain position provisional podium buat masa dia.
Ya, agak menakjubkan jugalah drive daripada Ayman Aqeem. Mana tahu kalau nasib dia lebih baik, mungkin dia tengah battle dengan J Wong untuk dapatkan championship tu. Tetapi untuk drive ni memang boleh dikirakan a real champions drive.
Betul. Ya, dengan berbaki 13 minit ni, ada yang dah DNF, ramai yang dah lalu penalty through the pit lane. Ya, so kita ada masih J di hadapan, Kamal di tangga kedua, Ayman tangga ketiga, Jasper tangga keempat dan Muhammad Hafiz di tangga kelima.
Ya, dan kita tengok di bahagian midfield section, Darren berada di tempat yang ke-6. Dia dapat juga fight back daripada depan ke belakang. Sekarang dia cuba challenge ke hadapan lagi. Syukran di tempat yang ke-7. William Ho terpaksa DNF malangnya di tempat yang ke-8 tu. Jazz Wong sekarang berada di dalam pit, nampaknya untuk repair. Dan Amiruddin Omar di tempat yang ke-7, Amir Pomen di tempat yang ke-7, dapat juga lagi satu top 10 position. Agak bagus juga tu. Faizal berada di tempat yang 11 dengan Hisham di 12 dan Eddie dalam pit di tempat yang ke-13.
Betul lah, shout out dekat Amir Pomen, Faizal dengan Hisham kerana masih lagi steady, nak juga habiskan race terakhir ni.
Ya, dia boleh dikirakan memang penyokong ataupun supporter paling padu Adrenaline Impact daripada zaman rally sampai sekarang. Diorang dah berada di banyak event-event kami, so boleh dikirakan agak experience juga. Dan kita kena ingat, kita harus ingat yang kita pilih sebenarnya di dalam championship ni 20 driver yang terpantas. So you have to realise when you're looking at Amiruddin Omar down there in 10th place, that we picked 20 of the fastest drivers all throughout Malaysia, including some from Brunei, and of course J Wong there from Singapore as well. And Amiruddin Omar, aka Amir Pomen, he was one of those drivers who managed to get himself up into top 10 positions. So these really are the best of the best there. This track definitely doing a number on quite a few of the drivers there, but Amir Pomen now in another top 10 position. Now currently we're focused on Jasper Wong, who is 1.6 seconds behind Ayman Aqeem. He did manage to bring that gap down to below a second there, but it looks like Ayman's managed to get himself a second win. He's actually pushing that car very hard indeed, and he's determined, in fact, to try and keep himself in the lead. You can see the gap growing visually between Jasper and Ayman right now in 4th and 3rd respectively, and it looks like Jasper is just beginning to lose touch with the car up ahead. Again, I remind you, Jasper's steering wheel in a straight line is pointing in the correct position. Ayman's isn't because of all the damage. So, as you can see there, rather dramatically, Ayman's car has been through a lot so far this race. Boleh dikirakan agak menakjubkan sebab saya still tak boleh percaya yang
sama lah daripada awal. Daripada awal dia punya steering angle macam ni.
Dah lagi kepada NASCAR bila diorang dah letak offset steering kan.
Kena buat.
So they have it. Ayman Aqeem, he's going to take it home in 3rd place. That was absolutely a brilliant drive. Now we have 9 minutes and 30 seconds in the race there, and it looks like Ayman and Jasper, that's the closest two cars out on track there. A lot of big gaps have opened up, but that just goes to show how punishing this track is. the quickest drivers really do push themselves up towards the front of the field, and this so far has proven to be the quickest driver in the championship. Jay Wong absolutely flying out at the front of the field there, 25 seconds ahead of Kamal Ali. That's in fact one whole pit stop that he's able to do before the end of the race. With only 9 minutes to go, he's definitely got all of his fingers and all of his toes crossed right now, just hoping he can get that car home and get what will be a rather famous victory around the streets of Macau. And with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to go, all that remains before the end of the race is for me to remind you of our giveaway contest. There is a Reiber Racing is giving away a copy of Assetto Corsa Ultimate Edition, and Android King is giving away a Android King Racing Team t-shirt. So all you've got to do is tag 3 of your friends, share the stream, and answer one very simple question: what is the official track name for the Macau circuit? I'll give you a hint, it starts with a G. So head on down to the Adrenaline Impact chat box and put your answers there with tagging 3 of your friends and sharing the stream. Good luck to all you guys entering that particular event there.
Dan tak lupa juga terima kasih dekat Android King yang di mana dia on the way nak buka outlet baru di Sungai Wang. Nanti dalam masa dekat ni, sesiapa yang nak test simulator sebelum membeli, nanti Abang Jai kita akan ada setup-setup yang korang boleh test dekat sana. And tidak lupa juga kepada Reiber Auto, sesiapa yang nak refurbish suspension, yang nak tune suspension, memang diorang one of the best lah in KL.
So there you have it. Special thanks to all of our sponsors. And don't forget, Galeri Kereta is also doing a bit of a giveaway, although their giveaway is perhaps just a little bit more expensive. You have a chance to win a Toyota Corolla KE30 Resto Mod car. Yes, they are giving away a car for their 1 million subscribers celebration special. So for your chance to enter that particular giveaway, just buy any one of Galeri Kereta's products, including their t-shirts and all of their limited edition merch on Shopee, and you can see their links on their Facebook page there. A very very special thank you, terima kasih kepada semua penonton-penonton Galeri Kereta. Jangan lupa untuk masuk ke dalam giveaway nanti tu. Ada banyak merch cantik yang akan dikeluarkan nanti, so do stay tune dekat situ.
Betul, tak sabar nak tengok siapa yang menang tu. Memang restore habis-habisan, dalam, luar, memang fully running, memang terus cuci kaki terus jalan.
Itu dia. Bukan saja restore, tetapi ada rim cantik, exhaust system yang padu, stainless steel, suspension system dah cantik, engine dah running perfect.
Kalau pergi classic car meet, memang jadi
semua orang
star of the show.
Yeah. So do stay tuned to Galeri Kereta for that updates on their 1 million subscriber special giveaway. Meanwhile, 6 minutes have passed in the race, and it looks like Jay Wong is still in the lead with Kamal Ali in second place, Ayman Aqeem in third, Jasper Wong is the man you see here in fourth place, and he's dropped back quite a bit there. Last time we checked on him, he was 1.5 seconds behind Ayman Aqeem, but it looks like he's had to slow down quite a bit in order to try and keep that car between the barriers, as they say here at Macau, and he's down in fourth place, 3.6 seconds behind Ayman Aqeem. So right now we can see all the drivers. With 5 minutes to go, all the drivers are really starting to sort of get a little bit loose. You can see the movement on the cars there as the drivers are going through the corners there. It's a very, very difficult... Oh, and Jasper Wong's going into the pits as well. Is this another penalty? Let's see him go through the pit lane there. Hard on the brakes here. It's a very, very difficult pit lane. Very unique pit lane. You've got to make 2 lane changes in order to try and get into the pits here at Macau. And a very, very tight pit lane it is. Going through the pits there, yes, it looks like he's serving, in fact, another drive-through penalty. I think we must have a record for drive-through penalties throughout the course of this race. It's so tempting to touch the barriers all around this track here, but 4th place there for Jasper Wong. He comes out still in 4th place. He manages to get enough of a gap in order to get into and out of the pits. He knows he can't catch Ayman Aqeem, so he might as well clear that penalty and get out in the same position. That's good points there for Jasper in his attempts to try and climb his way up the leaderboard.
Ya, kalau kita tengok last lap Kamal Ali 239.9 and Ayman Aqeem 236.78. So dengan berbaki 4 minit ni, boleh tak Ayman mengejar Kamal?
Yeah.
So kita boleh tengok dekat relatif tu sedikit demi sedikit dia mencuba.
Ya, agak menakjubkan juga sebab Kamal Ali, kenderaan dia boleh dikirakan dengan tip-top condition. Macam biasa dengan Kamal Ali, dia selalu akan cuba try drive kereta tu dengan cara yang berpatutan. So it's very interesting to see. Ayman Aqeem is managing to catch Kamal Ali, just as Umar there was saying. Slowly but surely he's managed to climb his way back up there, but it looks like Kamal Ali, again, he's being caught. But is 3 minutes enough? There's 2 laps left in the race right now. Meanwhile, we've got news there. Darren Ivan Rajan, he's out of the race as well. There's a DNF on his name there. It's going to take a while for Shukran to try and overtake him in terms of distance driven. But yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there with Darren Rajan. Perhaps just a bit too much damage there. It was a real pity because he really did set the track alight throughout the course of the race.
Betul, even dekat tak silap dekat championship Kamal Ali.
Mungkin aksi yang agak menakjubkan. Looks like he locked up the rear brakes there going through the corner, and that sent the car sliding towards the barrier. Let's see if he goes into the pits. No, he thinks the car's still okay, so he's going to try and drive that car. Of course, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, and with Ayman only 6 seconds behind him right now. You can see, in fact, Ayman Aqeem can see Kamal Ali ahead, so it's going to be a real challenge right now. I believe there's only 1 or 2 laps left. We might see 17 laps, we might not. But it looks like this might be the last lap of the race.
Ya, so sedikit demi sedikit, mungkin kalau ada lebih banyak lap, kita boleh tengok Ayman Aqeem dapat tangga podium yang kedua ni. Memang sangat mendukacitakan lah hari ni.
Ya, betul. Dan Ayman boleh dikirakan walaupun dia, even if he can get it or if he can't get it, it's still been a absolutely brilliant run. But I'm pretty sure that if Ayman can't win the championship, then for sure he'll want to come in second in the championship deciding race to Jay. Of course, a real race of ups and downs, especially when it comes to the championship fight. The 2 title rivals were pushing very hard indeed in order to try and get that win, but it looks like Jay is right up there at the front of the field. Kamal Ali is 32 seconds behind in second place, and a further 4 seconds down is Ayman, who is still climbing as much as he can, and he's still using every single millimeter of this track surface. He's still push macam qualifying lap juga.
Itulah. Max rasa macam mana ni? Is this the final lap or masih ada lagi peluang untuk Ayman cuba mengejar Kamal?
Ada kemungkinan kalau kita ada lap 17, mungkin ada chance.
So
sebab sekarang dia dah nampak.
So most probably ni lah final lap Tengok makin lama makin dekat tu. Dah nak 3 saat je.
Kita kena tengok dekat sebelah J Wong nanti kalau dia dapat cross the finish line. So hopefully we'll be able to have a look at Jay there coming through at the course there. He's going around the final corner there. But with 24 seconds to go, we will have another lap. So that was the penultimate lap of the race. With 19 seconds to go, he will start the final lap of the race here at Macau for the ATCS, the final round of the championship here. And he's got one more tour of the circuit before he can claim that title. But it's a very difficult circuit. Kat track ni kita boleh kirakan tak boleh confirm apa-apa.
Betul, selagi tak habis
Yeah.
Tu kita dapat indication leader is on final lap secara official.
Yeah, dan
So Max tahu ke
Kamal's gone into pits. Ayman was catching Kamal Ali quite a lot there, and it looks like Ayman has managed to pass Kamal Ali. So Ayman Aqeem has managed to get himself up into second place. Kamal Ali had to go through the pits there. Wow, agak menakjubkan. Last lap.
So Max tahu ke beza point yang diorang dapat untuk first dan second place ni?
Lebih daripada 1 point. So kalau tak silap 2 ke 3 point. Oh, 25 and 18. So dalam 7 ke 8. So I think it's 7 or 8. But in any case, just checking with the producer there, but unfortunately we're both pretty bad at maths. It's definitely more than 2 points. So memang lebih daripada 2 point. Kalau tak silap 7 ataupun 8 point.
Ya, tapi memang daripada mid race tu Ayman Aqeem dah dapat lah vote driver of the day tu.
Yeah. Memang drive yang agak menakjubkan.
Betul, memang spectacular.
Kalau race ni misalnya 1 jam ataupun 55 minit, ada kemungkinan yang dia boleh catch J, especially kalau J ada apa-apa kesilapan. Tetapi we will never know. We're just going to see. Nampak dia boleh dikirakan unassailable position. So through the Melco hairpin for the final time for J Wong, the lonely driver from Singapore, who's done absolutely fantastic throughout the course of the race. He's going through this back section here. He just has 5 more corners to go.
Betul.
4 more corners to
bukan
go.
saja race ni saja tapi throughout the whole series, J memang menunjukkan konsistensi dan performance yang sangat-sangat menakjubkan lah.
2 corners to go done, and now it's 1 more corner before J Wong comes across the line. Around the corner there, ladies and gentlemen, the Macau final round of the ATCS, and your championship winner goes to J Wong. Congratulations, J. That has been a fantastic race from the veteran Singaporean there. Absolutely flying through the section there. But of course, Ayman Aqeem, he has got a little bit of a friendly bit of traffic there. Faisal Yusuf keeping him company towards the end of the race. Real commiserations there from Ayman Aqeem. He had a good chance to win the championship. Dia boleh kirakan chance yang dia dapat untuk cuba menang championship.
Ya, memang spectacular performance lah kita dapat daripada Ayman Aqeem. Bukan saja race ni juga, tapi race-race sebelum pun dia menunjukkan juga konsistensi tu.
Ya, itu dia. Dan Jasper Wong dan Kamal Ali tak dapat kejar Jasper Wong di kesimpulan cerita ni, tetapi dia dapat juga masuk dalam podium position. So Jasper Wong comes home in 3rd place after an eventful race here at Macau Circuit. He comes across the line in 3rd there. Fantastic stuff there. Kamal Ali comes home in 4th place, and it's 41 seconds back between Kamal Ali and Muhammad Hafiz there, who's just coming out of Melco hairpin. But as he comes towards the finish line there, what a race and what a performance there from J Wong.
Betul. Tahniah kepada semualah driver-driver ni. Kita boleh tengok yang Macau ni adalah satu track yang sangat teknikal dan sangat-sangat susah, memerlukan performance level yang sangat-sangat tinggi.
Ya, betul juga tu. So itu dia. Congratulations to all the drivers who've actually managed to finish the race. Not all of them were able to finish, so our commiserations go out to Darren, Ivan, Rajan. Darren, dia boleh kirakan performance dia agak menakjubkan, especially dekat start race tu. Dia boleh battle dengan Ayman Aqeem, dengan J Wong.
Betul. But maybe dia punya damage dekat sini dah terlalu teruk sampai dia terpaksa DNF-kan diri.
Yeah. And commiserations and heartfelt sympathies go out to William Ho and Eddie Liu there. Both drivers deserve to finish the final race there, but unfortunately just a bit too much damage there. SM Hobbies, Shukran comes home in 6th position, and behind him Amiruddin Omar will be 7th place. Hopefully coming around the final corner there, Hisham hampir nak potong, tetapi nampaknya tidak berjaya. So dekat battle midfield, Amiruddin Omar dapat juga menewaskan Hisham Ahmad.
Betul. Hisham juga kita tengok beberapa kali juga dia dapat cuba menyelinap ke top 10, dan hari ni walaupun dia di belakang sikit.
Ya, tetapi itulah dia. boleh dikirakan result yang amat bagus untuk kebanyakan driver. So we've had a very spectacular, just adjust my cap there real quick. We've had a very spectacular race to go. We've had everything from the starting lights failing on the track, across 3 restarts there. The crews managed to get that fixed. They had to jury rig an entire new session there. So we do apologize to all the drivers for this race there. We're sure we'll be able to fix it and bring you more quality action up ahead. But when it comes to the championship there, Jay Wong comes home. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. So Jay, I do believe you're in the studio, in the virtual studio right now. Congratulations, Jay. I believe that this win makes you our champion for this season. Yeah, and that wouldn't have been helped by the starting issues we had. We had to start the race about 4 times before we got it going again. That must have really got everyone a bit nervous and stressed out.
We were a little bit confused, but thank God you guys managed to get it sorted out. And yeah, it was a very tough race.
Well, congratulations anyway for the championship win there. Any plans going ahead? Will we see you again in the next championship?
Yes, for sure. I mean, it's very fun. So yeah, I'll most definitely try my best to join the next series you guys launch.
So that's fantastic news indeed. So congratulations again, Jay, and hopefully we'll see you around. But we will be in contact with you throughout the course of the week, obviously, for the prizes and everything else.
Yeah,
so,
sure thing.
Congratulations and thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Yep, congratulations, support drive.
Thank you.
So now I believe we also have Ayman Aqeem on the line there from the pits.
Hi.
Hi Ayman, very unfortunate the race this time around. We had quite a bit of a kerfuffle with starting the race 4 or 5 times before we actually got it going, and the first lap didn't really treat you too well there.
That's Macau. What can I say? You know, it is called gambler's paradise for a reason. You know, you don't just gamble on the casino. You gamble probably your life as well on the real track. But on this occasion, you gamble literally your championship on this line. So
yeah, it's.
Can you break down what happened on the first lap?
I was side by side with Darren, and I was literally side by side, turning to the fast right-hander, and all of a sudden I just felt a bump on behind. I was like, oops. The next one.
Okay, ciao dulu.
Cabut dah?
Cabut. Lapor tu. Okay.
So
We do apologize.
yeah, just had a the next moment after the bump, I just threw myself into the wall. I was like, oops, what's going on?
Oh man, but I mean, it was an incredible drive back. We were just talking, me and Umar, that I reckon if you had another 15 or 20 more minutes in the race, you wouldn't have actually caught Jay Wong. You were going that quick.
Or a better steering wheel.
Yeah. Oh yes, and we were quite entertained looking at driver cam. I know this time you probably couldn't actually wave at us with the steering wheel being literally 30 degrees off to the left there. How was that to you?
Steering wheel. If you look at my steering, this is how I drive for the whole life.
How difficult was it in the more technical section of the track?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's the hardest part for the technical session, because I've driven this track pretty much few times already, so just need to suit myself into the condition the car that I have right now, or the situation that I have right now. So just need a little bit of readjustment to my muscle memory. So yeah.
Yep. All in all, superb drive from you.
Yeah, I mean things happen. You can't deny, can't take it away that Jay was the man for him. Jay was the winner today, and congratulations to him, obviously. So, yeah, well deserved it.
Alrighty, thanks a lot. Ayman, Aqeem, I'm sure we'll see you around the next time. And Real Champions Drive, unfortunately, not quite the day for you to get the title there, but thanks for joining us.
Yep. Thanks, Nate.
And also, so I believe we have Amir Pomen is on the line there. So do we have Amiruddin Omar? Apa khabar, Amir?
Alright.
Amir, can you hear us? Boleh dengar tak Amir? Dalam Discord? Alah. Okey, apa khabar Amir? So kali ni kita dapat nampak yang kamu dah naik ke tempat yang ke-7. Apa feeling, apa perasaan dapat finish race ni?
Actually sebab starting of the race macam agak confused sikit, and then difficult with cold tire. So the early 10 minutes basically every 2 lap I have to do draft 2 penalty because of collision with the track limit, track border. But keep driving and eventually getting up the top 10 and P7 I think. So overall mixed feeling in this race, but it's all good and very nice.
But yeah, you did okay. We had 3 DNFs and a couple of drivers who were 2 or 3 laps behind. So you did a fantastic job to go out through there. How do you like the car and track and the championships so far?
So far, the championship is quite good and very closely fight between all drivers, and hopefully we can continue next season, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to see you there. Umar, ada apa-apa nak tanya?
All in all, a good show from you across all the races. We hope to see you all in the next series.
Yeah.
So thanks to everyone.
All right.
Yep. Thanks.
Thank you so much. So next up we have Shukran on the line there. So special thanks to Amiruddin Omar. Shukran, boleh dengar tak?
Kita patching.
Alright, we have Shukran in the house right now. Apa khabar Shukran?
Sekali apa ya? Tak dengar.
So give us. So kalau boleh tolong unmute Discord.
Rasanya suara tak keluar dekat Discord.
Unmute tadi.
Oh, tu dia.
Alright. Zoom nak mute ke? Unmute Zoom. Alright. Okay.
Okay, so terima kasih sudi join kami dalam studio malam ni Shukran. Apa feeling dapat masuk ke dalam top 6 kali ni?
Feeling dia having fun lah untuk maintain not making mistake too much, because this is first time lah pengalaman race kat Macau kan.
Sebelum ni pernah try ke track Macau ni?
Tak pernah. Sebelum tak pernah. Malam ni pertama kali. Okay. Lepas tu tak, race kali ni bukan untuk compete sangat lah, sebab tak bawa up point daripada sebelum ni dengan miss satu race. So just try to play safe lah dengan bagi laluan pada lain-lain driver yang tengah battle kan. Itu je lah. Tak ada banyak nak battle sangat kali ni. Just to play safe lah. So that kita punya leader semua can fight for their point lah.
Betul.
So bagus juga, tetapi boleh kirakan top 6 position tu boleh kirakan proof yang drive slow and steady and safe dan consistent boleh juga dapatkan result yang bagus ya.
Boleh.
Especially dekat track ni track ni memang
pertama
mencabar.
kali drive dekat track ni. Bagi Syukran, section mana yang paling susah?
Dia yang about I think yang the first half. First half ni lebih tricky lah. Before the hairpin tu kan. Before hairpin, because dekat hairpin kita tahu, kita alert that's hairpin. Kita boleh slow down corner cantik kan. Kita dah hati-hati kat situ. Tapi yang sebelum tu lah, sebab dia ada section yang tiba-tiba dia tight, dia tighten kan. Selalu orang lupa dekat situ because dia blind corners kan.
Kebanyakan corner yang blind. So agak menunjukkan you dapat hafal track dengan short notice. Harap-harap nanti kita boleh jumpa lagi di series yang hadapan nanti ya.
Yep.
Betul.
Menarik untuk series. Mungkin boleh lagi lah repeat lagi Macau ni. Mungkin dengan format lain sikit ke macam mana kan, nak bagi dia lagi fun lah untuk divers semua.
Alright. And then terima kasih juga bagi kita orang show. Memang boleh kata satu feel memang every race lah. Memang bagi battle-battle yang menarik. Tak kisahlah kat depan ke kat belakang ke. Terima kasih lah.
Sama-sama.
Okay, so terima kasih kepada Syukran. Kita akan pergi. Bye. Kita akan pergi ke Kamal Ali dalam studio. So we will try and look for Kamal Ali di kat pit sekarang ni. Tetapi betul juga lah, apa yang Umar cakap tu agak menakjubkan quality pelumba dalam AC ni.
Betul. Dengan kereta-kereta ni kita nampak banyak lah bumper to bumper battles. Memang crazy overtakes. Drama on the race. Itu dia.
Ada slight malfunction dengan
kamera
stand. Sorry.
That's okay, selfie mode pun boleh lah tu. So apa feeling?
Tak apalah, terpaksa lah.
So how is it your race? Macam mana perasaan?
Pucut. Just like my camera, it went downwards.
Oh man. So I mean you managed to get into 4th place, tetapi ada chance yang dapat podium. So
apa jadi tu penalty tu?
Dia kan penalty sebenarnya tak cukup minyak.
I see.
Yelah, kita sudah on the last lap tengok, diorang kat extend lagi satu lap ni. Alamak, tak cukup minyak
Alamak.
Aduh, sayang. Kalau tak nanti final race dapatlah podium. Tapi
itulah. Kat situ sebenarnya ada luck bagus ni. Di situ tengok ramai orang masuk pit ni. At that moment macam okay, boleh ni. All I have to do stay consistent. And then dah mula dah, okay, dah garak wall. Tengok okay, belakang jauh sikit lagi. Tak apa, jalan. So it was going well until I realised on the penultimate lap, I realised there was a bit more time coming up left, enough for one more lap. Then I check my fuel. Okay, this is not gonna end well.
Oh man.
So I didn't practice my pit stop. I'm like, okay, where am I supposed to slow down? So I lost a lot of time on the pit stop there.
But you managed to make it to the end there. 4th place is still nothing to sneeze at. Hopefully we'll see you in the next championship. Harap-harap nanti kita boleh berjumpa lagi.
Yeah, don't worry. Yep. I'll be there to haunt you guys.
You might be able to haunt us as well tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. And just to let you and all the rest of the drivers know as well, we do have a special open race coming this Sunday, I believe. Yes, this Sunday. So ATCS Open is coming up soon. Special one-off race there. So thanks again, Kamal Ali, for joining us. Hopefully we'll be able to see some of these drivers, some of the guys who didn't qualify, as well as some of the other drivers coming through the field there.
So siapa yang ada Assetto Corsa tu yang tak kesempatan ataupun tak dapat nak join, diorang boleh join track apa ni besok ni? Mount Panorama.
So located in Bathurst, the Mount Panorama circuit in Australia is one of the oldest international racetracks in Australia, home to the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000 endurance event, as well as the Bathurst 12-hour GT3 event. 6.2 kilometers long, 19 corners, temporary street course. So ada banyak orang yang tak tahu yang track ni walaupun dia ada run-off area, dia ada barrier apa semua, tetapi biasanya dia dipakai as a road, ada as a jalan untuk nak pergi ke rumah ke apa semua, sebab ada 5-6 rumah dekat atas bukit tu.
So siapa yang rumah dia dekat situ hari-hari biasa tu, diorang pakai je lah macam biasa.
Ya.
Macam Macau lah, Macau, apa lagi, Monaco.
Ya, betul.
Street Circuit Baku.
Ya. Tetapi track ni kalau dalam dunia touring cars, inilah spa kami. So itu dia. ATCS Open is going to happen in this weekend, this Sunday, at the Mount Panorama Circuit in Australia. 6.2 kilometers long, 19 turns there on a temporary course. It's going to be absolutely brilliant fun for all. So for all of you drivers who've entered the qualifying session, didn't quite manage to get in, and for any of you other guys there, we'll try and run as many races as we can for all of you fine guys out there. So that's going to be tomorrow. I do apologize, it's on Saturday, so I stand corrected. It's on Saturday, the ATCS Open at the Mount Panorama Circuit in Australia. So do try to come over there. We'll try and get some of our regular championship drivers to come over as well. So harap-harap kita boleh jemputkan regular championship runner, mana tahu kita boleh suruh dia orang commentate. So
nak tengok Ayman Aqeem besok tu. Bagi revenge.
Yeah. So kita race ni akan terbuka bukan saja untuk driver-driver dalam series, tetapi kepada sesiapa lain. Kita akan cuba run 2 ataupun 3 race untuk dapatkan kebanyakan driver.
Betul. Mana tahu siapa yang kita tak nampak dalam season ni, kita boleh tengok dia beraksi. Dan maybe season depan,
mana tahu,
tak tahu.
Yeah. So, and also this Sunday we will have a post show wrapping up the season. We'll bring you all the highlights throughout the course of the championship, as well as a couple of a bit of an inside look into the championship as well. So do stay tuned on Sunday for that. Wonderful broadcast coming soon. Tapi sekarang jom kita tengok kat chat box untuk kali terakhir di season.
Tu ada yang suka ambil komen Mount Panorama. Mungkin makanan dia.
Yeah, SM Hobbies Syukran mungkin not the biggest fan, but Mount Punting. So yeah, Jay's racing there. Good game, Mount Panorama. GG. Yeah, and Zero Blinker, I'm gonna raise that up. Zero Blinker dah lama kita tak nampak dalam AC. Mana tahu kita boleh punjuk dia masuk. Hopefully we'll be able to get the Flying Spaniard Zero Blinker out for a race. I haven't raced him for quite some time. We'll actually be racing as well. I'll be in the BMW, hopefully. Umar ada plan tak nak masuk?
Mungkin tak ada besok. Masih ada problem dengan wheelbase kat rumah. So maybe sometime in the future.
Yeah. Mana tahu mungkin kita akan ada team AI, kita letak Rick kat sini. Mana tahu
boleh race sampai sini je.
Yeah. So there we go. And of course, cut track limit increase or not? Itu boleh dikirakan antara salah satu daripada debate yang kita boleh ada dekat post show nanti. So that's a good question there from SM Hobbies. We will bring up a couple of the finer details there. Of course, there will be a chat box during the post race show, so we would hopefully see you there. On Sunday, it's going to be the post-race show. On Saturday, the ATCS Open. All are welcome. If you got the game and you've got a wheel, come on down and try your luck racing against some of the finest drivers here. But for now, that's going to be it from us in the studio there. Special thanks to all of our sponsors, especially to Android King, Reiber Racing, our media partners, Galeri Kereta, as well as Vertex Esports and Adrenaline Impact, for all of their help throughout the course of the series. It's been an absolute pleasure working with all of you guys out there as well. And a special thanks to the drivers. This season, I have to say, it's one of the easiest seasons for me to commentate on because there's just so much action on track. It's been absolutely brilliant. to watch all of the racing there, and hopefully we'll be able to see more fantastic racing coming soon then. Also, special thanks to all of the guys we've had on screen here. We've had Jai, we've had guys from Reiber Racing, but of course we have Umar Aziz. Terima kasih Umar.
Okay, yes, jadi kita ada masa kita join sekali.
Ya, itu dia. Harap-harap nanti kita boleh jumpa Umar lagi. Dan juga kepada director kami Khairul Alang. Terima kasih kepada Khairul Alang for the good job there. Dan everyone at Vertex Esports as well, to Kelvin, to
And special thanks kepada yang sort out kita punya issue tadi dengan traffic light.
Yes. So a special thanks to all of the guys out there working on the server side as well. It has been a little bit tricky sebab sebenarnya ini kali pertama kita buat Assetto Corsa. So surprisingly tak banyak masalah, tetapi as usual we're still learning. Hopefully we'll give you a much better experience for the next championship. But of course, a very, very, very special thanks goes to all of you guys at home, without whom we would not be able to make this championship work. But for now, that's going to be it from Umar Aziz, myself, and our director Khairul Alang. We'll see you all in the next stream. Bye for now. Ta-ra.
Habis dah. Okay, Carol. Thank you, Carol. Oh, nama dia. Okay. Itu dah confuse kejap tadi. Tak pernah kena tarik. Sekali tarik tengok Carol. Tapi mana suara Carol dah blur.
So siapa yang belum subscribe Galeri Kereta, boleh klik button kat bawah subscribe, dan kita jumpa lagi di next episode untuk kita apa lagi proses untuk KA30 ni. Okay, see you, bye bye. Assalamualaikum.
Hi guys, saya Jai and Aqeem, professional drifter, racer dan sim racer. Kalau korang mencari racing simulator, datanglah ke Aqeem. Kita ada Trustmaster T300 steering, Logitech G29, Simagic wheelbase, Super Street racing rig, triple monitor setup dan macam-macam lagi produk. Saya ingin menjemput anda datang ke Android King. Nanti saya bagi harga baiknya. Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Afizul. Tapi everybody panggil saya Jai. Saya daripada Android King Malaysia.
Nama saya Umar Abdul Aziz, mewakili pihak Adrenaline Impact.
Basically kami di Android King adalah supplier ataupun penjual dan pakar dalam bidang racing simulator mampu milik.
Hari ini kita datang buat video untuk cover Android King di Reiber Auto kerana diorang dah sponsor event ATCS dekat satu online racing league yang kita orang host setiap hari Jumaat, dan coming soon dah nak final round dah.
So tujuan video hari ini kita berkolaborasi dengan Reiber Auto. Sebenarnya adalah berpunca daripada Android King dan Reiber Auto. Kita bersama berpakat untuk organize satu event racing online menggunakan platform Assetto Corsa, menggunakan PC.
Since last year lockdown, kita orang ambil inisiatif untuk cover esports ataupun simulator racing online, di mana banyaklah ada hosted leagues and nak satukan racer-racer dekat online ni.
Android King dan Reiber ni sebenarnya sebagai main sponsor lah. Sekarang ni pertandingan sedang berlangsung. Jadi hari ni adalah untuk menghargai kita punya peserta, bagi lagi lebih pengenalan dan description kepada customer apa itu Reiber Auto, apa yang Reiber buat, apa itu Android King, apa yang Android King buat dan tawarkan.
Dan kita harapkan yang tak lama lagi kita akan kembali ke event luar. Dah lama dah kita tak bau tayar, bau exhaust kat luar tu kan.
Nantikan video penuh yang dah siap nanti di page Reiber, page Android King, page Adrenaline Impact dan page Galeri Kereta. So yang tak sabar tu, so nanti lepas ni korang boleh tengok. Memang best. Bukan ni je kolaborasi. Lepas ni kita akan buat lagi macam-macam event online, event yang real. Kalau you guys ada idea, boleh PM kami. Bagi tahu kan, Bang Jai ataupun Reiber Auto buatlah event macam ni ke apa kan, kita boleh consider, kita boleh buat sama-sama.
So pengakhir kata, ribuan terima kasih dekat Android King dengan Reiber Auto kerana sudi collaborate untuk event online ni, and hopefully in the future lagi banyak event online dan offline juga. Make sure korang like Facebook Adrenaline Impact untuk update-update motorsport online dan offline yang akan datang. Jangan lupa follow Android King dekat Facebook, Reiber Auto dan juga Galeri Kereta.
Dan saya ingin pesan, jangan lupa guys, stay tune di page Android King, Reiber Auto, Adrenaline Impact dan Galeri Kereta. Pasti banyak lagi event menarik yang kami akan susun. Sama-sama kita majukan industri otomotif, motorsport dan online racing.
Reiber Auto, whack the corner!